May the 25th be with you.
Okay.
Well, release of the new Star Wars movie, Solo, on May 25th. Very first Star Wars movie ever, A New Hope, was released 41 years ago to the day.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that I did not know. That's really interesting.
35 years ago, Return of the Jedi, to the day.
Huh.
So it's like poetry. It rhymes. Yeah, so here we are, box office buddies. Han, Chewbacca, some of the greatest sci-fi characters ever, had to represent right here with my friends. And I'm really worried that Mike Wazowski and the green screen is not going to work. So just in case, that's what it looks like without the green screen. I'm back with JB, and we are looking at the newest Star Wars release, Solo. What'd you think?
I absolutely loved this movie. And I'm not joking. I loved this movie.
No.
I know, I loved it. I thought it was great. It was kind of awful, but it was great. It's some really, really bad bits in it, but it was, like, it crashes and burns really hard at the end, but it's fantastic. I loved not every minute of it, but I really enjoyed sitting through this film. I wasn't bored. I was excited. I really liked seeing people in Star Wars again. People.
Right. I was going to ask you what you thought of Alden Ehrenreich.
It wasn't bad, but more than Donald Glover, it felt like play acting. There were more moments where it kind of veered into that, and he kind of looks like Jack Nicholson more than he does Harrison Ford. So I'm not sure what was up with the casting choice. When he does that smile, whenever he's trying to do the Harrison Ford smirk,
right.
I'm like, Jack Nicholson? From 50 years ago?
Okay.
It's not Harrison Ford. But, he still has kind of that charm. He still has kind of that swagger, and so it still kind of worked. In not the best way, but
if you can forget that he's playing Harrison Ford,
because that's what this movie needed Harrison Ford to be really good, and it didn't have it because
we don't have time machines.
Well, why didn't they just do the thing like in Wolverine when they kind of like plastered Patrick Stewart's face with CGI? It looked great.
But no, I do agree about Ehrenreich. He was okay, but he didn't bring me into it as much as a better actor could have.
Yes, but he still brought me into it.
Yeah,
and that's all he needed to do.
Donald Glover.
Yes.
Childish Landino. Good
one.
Lando Calrissian.
Yeah. I can even level that same complaint, unfortunately, at Donald Glover. There were times where I could tell he was play acting. And I was like, ooh, that was a little rough, But sometimes he got it spot on, That Lando impression.
His first line. The first line he
delivered.
Oh,
it sounds exactly like him.
Yes. Yeah. This is Billy D. Williams.
But he does it more than once. Yeah. Like, he really does succeed more than once, but there are times, especially right when they're about to go on to the Millennium Falcon, when he does that thing with the fingers. It wasn't good, that part.
Woody Harrelson. I really like that guy. Basically, he was in probably the best season of television from the last decade.
Oh, right. Yes.
And
you want to talk about that for the next 10 minutes?
Yeah, let's just talk about True Detective.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, for the viewers who might not know, this movie takes place 10 years before A New Hope.
Synopsis.
So yeah, basically you've got a lot of the characters that you have from the original trilogy that are in this. You're seeing these characters brought back into like an origin story type of thing.
And we see another character brought back.
Look,
that was so dumb.
I was on board.
So dumb.
I was on board with this movie the whole way through.
Right.
Until
it crashes and burns in the last 5 minutes.
What did they do there? I'm keeping these spoiler free as always, but yeah, the
ending's crap.
And not necessarily the ending, but like that twist they tried throwing in.
Yeah.
Really, really hurt the movie. This is the first competent Star Wars movie, like maybe since Empire, with minor flaws, obviously, until the end, and it killed it for me. I was like, I was so on board until those last few minutes.
Oh, but I didn't know that you were gonna like that movie. Well, did you like it, or were you just on board-ish? Like,
okay, so here's the thing. I didn't love it at any point.
Okay.
But I felt like, you know what, this works. This
Mm-hmm.
is an origin story that I can actually appreciate. I thought it was clever fan service. It was subtler, clever
A
fan
higher
service.
caliber of fan
Yeah.
service,
Yeah.
which didn't make me dislike it.
Right. And
And
it was
I
so
don't know if
confident
I-
until they went for that last one.
What was that? Like, I don't get it. I was almost crying. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, you were.
How? It doesn't make any sense.
I'm keeping the spoiler out,
Mm.
but for those of you who see it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Also, there were some musical references as well.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of good ones
Yeah.
that really, whoa, you really feel it, and you feel like you're in a Star Wars movie again. And there's a couple of them that were just too in your face. One other thing, the Kessel Run. It sucked.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah,
I would have thought that was going to be like a crowning moment, but
Yeah.
it kind of sucked. But again, it didn't break the movie or anything like that. But
No.
no.
Because what I like about this movie, compared to other Star Wars movies, it's about the characters.
Yes.
And
Yes, thank you. And so pacing. This
Right.
was a slow movie.
yeah,
Ish compared to
You don't- yeah, it's not nonstop
compared
action.
to the other Star Wars movies, especially the newer ones, which have been just like all the time something's happening and you're like, oh,
I thought that's what was refreshing about this one is that it was characters I cared about, and it was about them. It wasn't about the next set piece or
Yes.
whatever fancy action sequence
Yeah.
they want to show you.
Yep.
So yeah, that really worked in its favor, I think,
Mhm.
and I hope they do more of that in future Star Wars. Interesting thing again that I liked about it is that they actually used real sets. So it didn't
Yes.
look as artificial
Yes.
as some other Star Wars movies have.
But didn't you find the CGI stood out all the more when they did use it? And there's
Yes.
a couple of parts where it was like,
The CGI was distracting at times,
Yeah.
but what I did like is they did make an effort with the sets,
They
and
did.
they actually used, for a lot of the creatures, they used animatronics and
Yes.
puppets.
Yes.
So it was actually a better look, I thought, than a lot of what we've seen with the CGI in the past.
it felt like the original trilogy Star Wars.
Yeah, this was actually, interestingly enough, written by a team of Lawrence and Jonathan Kasdan. Does the name Lawrence Kasdan mean anything?
Oh yeah, he's the one who wrote The Force Awakens.
Who wrote Force Awakens
And Empire Strikes Back.
and Empire Strikes
Yeah.
Back and Return of the Jedi, on top of just Star Wars movies, wrote Lego movie Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ah.
So this guy.
Yes, this felt more that's actually what I was thinking of in terms of the pacing of the film.
Okay.
Because it was slower.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah. So interesting that they got him, who's written a bunch of Star Wars movies, has written a lot of other good movies, and I think it shows that they had a good experienced Star Wars writer on this project. And yeah, it's interesting. You got Ron Howard directing. He did a very good job.
Yes, and that's something else that I wanted to talk about too. It's not too fancy. It's just kind of, it does its job. There's a couple of shots that kind of are about the visuals and are about the directing, let's say, more than anything else. But it doesn't. It's not really too much in your face.
No,
like you
no.
said, it was really good at focusing in on the characters. And
Yeah,
that was it.
yeah. This isn't
Yeah.
flashy. It's
Yeah.
not a oh, look what we can do.
Yeah.
It's really look at these guys.
Yeah.
Look at these people.
Yep. I do have some complaints about the beginning though. I thought it was hard to see. I don't know if it's because it was in 3D and I had to wear those. Because
Disney, stop making every single movie you do in 3D.
it's not just Disney, man. It's everyone.
No,
Actually,
but
wait,
they're-
Disney owns everyone. I
Yeah,
forgot.
exactly.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
They're the culprit. Like,
Yeah. Sequel. This is the Star Wars I want to see. I want to see what happens next to my fun friends Han Solo and Chewbacca.
I wouldn't mind seeing the characters back,
Yeah,
but
make another one.
yeah, maybe.
Is it stupid and schlocky? Not more than that ending.
That's
for sure.
That's what's gonna happen. That's who's gonna be the next.
I'm down for it as long as they're in it and they're doing it. You
Oh.
know? Yeah.
No, this again, minus the last 5 minutes, was a very competent movie. Like, impressively so, I thought.
Which
for
is
Star
why
Wars.
it was so much more impressive when it collapsed. It's like everything's going well, just boom, and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So usually it's Marvel the Matrix time, but it's a Star Wars movie. I don't really see the need to Marvel the Matrix it, right? No, it's a Star Wars movie. Is it a good one? Yes. That's what I'm going to say. It's a good Star Wars movie. The fans, I think most fans will not like what happens at the end. And people who don't really know Star Wars, you can actually go into this movie having never seen a Star Wars movie. And
Yeah, you're gonna
and
have
enjoy it.
fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, for that reason.
Yeah. And they won't understand how the end was was so bad. So, yeah, I think if you don't like Star Wars, you're actually going to appreciate this more.
That's true. Yeah, they're gonna like it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no, worth checking out. Go see it in theaters. Anyway, did you like this review? If so, make sure you actually click the like button. And thanks for watching this video, but make sure you see all the other videos. So click subscribe, click the bell next to it, comment on the video, share it around. Make sure a lot of people can get to see that actually this was a worthwhile Star Wars movie to see.
Yep.
For fans and non-fans. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a fun time at the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.